Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Thank you so much for joining. Recently I did the Daytona 500 paint schemes. You guys really liked that a lot and requested that I did do some F1 paint schemes. Now that's a completely different vehicle. It's a little less about the paint, more about the cool aerodynamics and how they look and stuff. So I don't know if the paint schemes are as important as they are in NASCAR, but regardless, we're going to take a look at them today. And if you did watch that NASCAR video, you'll know that I said that I was not a fan of NASCAR. I didn't really watch any. Same here goes here with F1. I have no favorite driver. I literally could not tell you the name of any driver of any photo I'm just about to show you off here to my left. It's a cool sport. I wish that I maybe did watch it more and was a little bit more into it, but I just don't have time. Unfortunately, I barely have time to watch hockey. So let's look at some of these paint schemes. And with some of these paint schemes comes some maybe not so great images or maybe not so recent images, because there are some cars that were just paint jobs released just before the whole lockdown thing. So I don't know if there's actually official 100% confirmed or even great photos of them. But someone did send these to me, and they look pretty legit. So there are 10, I believe, paint jobs here. The first one I'm going to show you is 10th. I usually go worst to best, in my opinion. So I'm going to start off with the worst here at number 10, and that is the Renault. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Like, I'm not an F1 fan at all. But they've got just a jet black design, really, first off here. And that was kind of a temporary paint job, and I guess they're going back to their yellow and black paint job, and this is the only photo that we found of this. So there's not really a lot to see here. So just based on that, I kind of ranked them last. In 9th position, I put McLaren, and while I do like the colors being used here, it's kind of it's not really a saturated orange. It's almost between yellow and orange a little bit, but it does look good with the blue. But I don't know if blue and that orange or yellow or whatever you want to call that works with the black as well. I find the yellow and the blue conflicting with the black. So just based on the color combination, I kind of had to put this pretty low. Number 8, I put the AlphaTauri car, and I think I have 2 photos here. Yeah, so I'll show you the side one first, and I mean, it's not a bad design at all. It's very simple as far as color. You have a kind of a deep blue and just a white. I mean, color scheme that works well together, but it's just I think a little bit boring compared to the other vehicles. Nothing wrong with this paint job at all, but maybe just a little bit too boring. In 7th, I have the Haas. Is that how you say that? Anyways, black and white, a very popular color scheme, looks pretty good, but you got that just boom, that punch of red from the logo and the rest of the highlights around the car. So it does look pretty good. A little bit of a texture in the back as well, so I do like that. In 6th, I have the Alfa Romeo car, and a very popular color scheme again. You got black, you got white, and you got red. They all look good together. I like the lines in the front of the car kind of coming up through. I don't know what, it's obviously some kind of logo in the back there that kind of bleeds up from the white, so I do like that as well. All right, moving on to number 5, I have the Racing Point car, and this is has Canadian relations. I believe the driver is Canadian. I am Canadian, so if this was a biased ranking, this would be number 1, but it's just different. It's just different. It's pink. Like, when's the last time you saw a pink race car, like in any F1 day, NASCAR, whatever kind of racing sport? Like, I don't really remember a lot of pink cars, so I mean, good on them for being bold. I see the Canadian flag there on the front, and I see a Canadian company. There's one that says Canada Life in the top, or in the front left there in this photo, but up above on top it says Bombardier, and I believe that is a Canadian airplane manufacturer. So good job on this car for getting some Canadian sponsorships. In 4th position, I put the Red Bull car, and I've seen Red Bull sponsors so much stuff around the world, in even hockey teams, which is the sport that most of you are here for if you're subscribed. And I get kind of tired of it on hockey jerseys, but on a car, it actually looks pretty good. I like it a lot. It's just a kind of a matte black, and then you get that punch of the yellow and the red. It looks really good. It's clean. I like it a lot. In 3rd position, I have the Williams car, and This, I get vibes of the Russian flag, the New York Rangers kind of paint scheme here. It's not these flat lines that just go completely horizontal. They have a bit of angle to them. They come back down. They kind of play with each other a little bit. I do like that a lot. It's a sharp car. It looks really good. In second position, I have the Ferrari car. And this is just, it feels like an old school paint job. Like, let's go back to the basics. Let's be clean. And this is what this car is for me. It's just clean. They get the Ferrari, kind of like that matte red, or the Ferrari red, but in a matte, at least in this photo. It just looks good. It looks so clean. And number one, I put the Mercedes car. I mean, it's just completely different than everything else. You have a great color scheme here. You have a black and then a really, really saturated teal, but it's not teal. It's like in between teal and aqua. It's like neon aqua or something. It's very Tron like. I like that a lot, and it kind of is working with an off gray or almost a really, really light chrome or something. But then you've got a gradient in the back and some patterns or something back there. It's a really cool design. I think it's just completely different than everything else. I really like it. It's like number one and number two are leaps and bounds ahead of everything else as far as paint jobs that I like. But it was as soon as I looked at these, it was easy. Mercedes was going to be number one. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it wasn't very educational, and maybe it's a little silly because I don't actually watch the sport or follow the sport. But regardless, leave your rankings down below in the comment section, because that might help me learn a little bit about popularity and who cheers for what. So, and if you want to maybe inform me about some educational facts about the sport, that would be great. Give me some places I can go, maybe watch some races or something if they're available for free. I don't want to pirate anything. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see me rank something in the future, please let me know down below in the comment section, or you can email me at productions@postpostshow.com. So thanks again for watching. I hope you can hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Adios.